Let's face it, guys. Launch the original Super Saiyan. Eh? Eh? What's up, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and thank you for joining us for another toy review of the SH Figuarts Lunch, or Launch, however you want to say it. She's Lunch, she's Launch, you can say it either way. And today we're going to be looking at this figure. We're going to see how it is in terms of paint, detail, articulation, and scale, and accessories. If you're looking to pick her up, you can go to where? www.dstar01toys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. As all toy reviews, I'm going to tell you how I feel right off the bat. Let me just tell you, yes, she's a pretty darn good figure. I really like this figure. She's well proportioned. I love the hair. And there are a few issues with mine that I had to solve. Now, as you can see right here on the leg, it's a little bit bent, as in it looked a little knock-kneed right here on the knee. So I just had to really just take some hot water and bend it back so we can get it a lot straighter. What you see right now is her after the repair. I could go a little bit more on the hot water and repair her, but honestly, I think it looks good as is. I don't want to bend it too much. That's just, I think, the problem with mine. I don't think the other people's figures have this issue. I think just mine happened to be the one. So yeah, besides that, I have to say, great figure, well worth it, especially if you're a fan of Dragon Ball. Now, let's get into paint and detail. First things first, we're looking at Launch when she just sneezed and she's super angry, or in this case, Super Saiyan. Yeah, no, not really Super Saiyan. So as you can see here, they did add a matte, somewhat matte finish to the blonde hair. Honestly, I wish they added a little bit more. I think it would have looked a lot more premium. We still get a little bit of shine in the blonde hair. Let's look at that beautiful red bow right there. That looks really good. It sticks out really nicely. The facial expression is really well done. As you can see, she clearly looks angry, ready to kick butt, getting some PTSD from an ex-girlfriend just by looking at her. That's for another story for another time. And if you're on the Discord, we'll probably go over that story. But anyway, let's look at her skin tone and her clothes. And I have to say, yeah, the skin tone, very nice. It's kind of like a pale skin tone. And the tank top looking really good with the strings holding up the said tank top. And we have the midriff right there, and you can even see the belly button. If you look at the shorts, she has some wrinkles on the shorts with slight shading on the shorts, not too much. Of course, we're looking at her legs, pretty much the same thing. Not much shading or tanning in the legs as much as I would like. Maybe a little more tan. But you know what? She actually kind of looks pretty pale in the anime now that I think about it. Now let's look at the shoes. We can see some wrinkles in the socks, in the buckles and stuff like that. You can see the wrinkles in the socks, and you can see the buckle looks really nice, and the laces are really nicely laced. The one thing that you will probably notice is, yes, this has a very obvious screw in that joint. It actually looks a little bit too obvious, especially if you're looking at her feet. But you know what? You're not really looking at her feet. You're actually looking at the figure as a whole, and as a figure as a whole, I have to say, this figure looks absolutely amazing. It looks like lunch. Now, we usually save this for accessories, but because she's essentially the same character, we got to look at the regular head, which actually comes stock, I believe. Here we are on the top cam. As you can see, you get the regular head when she's nice, she's sweet, and then you get the blonde head when she's really angry and is a convicted criminal. So let's launch this other review without the angry face. So as you can see, very simple to take out. Now, another thing I have to tell you guys, if you're having issues removing the hair, I suggest you have a cup of boiling hot water to loosen up the plastic so you can just pop it right in. Oh, and one more thing, let's go to the front cam here that I have to show you, which is pretty cool. Is you can put the angry faces on the happy head. As you can see, this looks really cool. I really like that they thought of that. So that's pretty neat right there. So let's put the happy face on the proper hair color. Pretty simple stuff. And there you have it. She's just really happy, really sweet, really kind. Again, PTSD. But anyway, I'm not talking about that anymore. So yes, look at the hair, looking really good. You get kind of like a purplish blue hair right there. That looks really cool. And the red bow looks really nice. So we're going to keep it like this. So far, so good. Now let's go into articulation and scale. And let's see how tall she stands. She's standing at 5 1/4 at the very tippy top of the head. And of course, we got to compare her to other action figures from other lines. Here is Little Armory. Here's a Little Armory girl right there. As you can see, Akira Toriyama definitely puts a much bigger head on his characters, on his female characters. Of course, you have to have Bulma. So here is the Adventure Bulma, the first Bulma that was released. And these two actually look really cool together, I have to say so myself. And of course, we have to have the pervert Master Roshi. Checking her out right there. I love that episode, Master Roshi. Anyway, of course, we have the event exclusive Blue Suit Goku right there. That looks really cool. And another SH Figuarts out of the Dragon Ball series. We have Pac-Man. So there you have it. Pac-Man looking really good. And let's bring in some Marvel Legends. Here is Worthy Cap. And here's Captain America standing next to her. You know what? I have to say she might actually scale decently well with other Legends figures. So that looks pretty cool. And a female Legends figure, of course, we have to have Silver Sable with a Dstar Arms G36, which we will release very soon. So that's it when it comes to scale. Let's see how she articulates. We have an up and down here at the toe. We have a really, whoa, look at this, guys. So here's something I have to show you. She has a really, really sharp turn on that ankle swivel. Look at that. Usually most figures do not swivel this much. They gave her a really nice swivel right there, so you can really get a pose like this going, which is really cool. I really like that they did that. We have an up and down, obviously, with that as well. We have a single joint here at the knee. We have ball joints here. This is not a version 2 body, so we have ball joints here at the hips. And, of course, we have 2 articulation points right here at the midsection. And she can do ab crunches really nicely. And we have a bicep ball joint right here, not a butterfly joint. No bicep swivel. Well, kind of. It does swivel, but it's not a true bicep swivel. Usually you'll see a cut right there, but in order to keep the aesthetic of her, they decided not to do that. We have a bend here at the elbow, ball and peg here at the wrist, and 1 neck joint here at the neck, but we do have a hair joint right here, which goes up and down, which is pretty cool right here. So she can do all kinds of poses. Now, speaking of poses, let's see if we can get some moves in. We got a side kick right there. We got a front kick right there, which she can kick really high. Look at that. Bam! Right there. Got a flying knee right there going. Get some action pose right here. That looks pretty cool. And of course, we have to do superhero landing pose, which we can activate all the joints for this pose. This is why I like doing this. And look at this. She actually does it really well. And let's see if we can get the head up. And of course we can bend it or twist this a little. Or maybe that's not really the best. Here, let's do it more like this. So she's very flexible, as she should be. Boom, right there. Looking really sharp. So lots of range of motion, even though it's not a version 2 body. We can still get a lot of solid kicks and knees. One thing that you'll probably notice is, and this is always a problem I had with female Dragon Ball figures, is that this is so obvious. But you know what? You're probably not going to be looking at the back. You're probably looking at the front, which is really nice and clean. Now, let's go to the top cam. Let's look at accessories. What do you get here? Clearly, you get the blonde hair, as I said before. You get the happy face, and you get the sneezing face. You have to have the sneezing face. We have a smirking blonde face. We have a 1-star Dragon Ball, 4 extra hands, which we have here. And of course, you have to have the Uzi, I believe. Yeah, this is the Uzi 9mm. Now, let's look at the front cam. I'll show you something about this Uzi, and we will do a little armory test right after we're done with accessories here. Unfortunately, the Uzi stock does not swing open. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to keep it in this... Hold on, does it? Hold on, I got to be sure. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so the stock does not swing open, unfortunately. And you know what? In the anime, she doesn't really swing it open anyway, so that's kind of unfortunate. But it would have been cool if they added that little detail. So let me outfit her with this. Just give me a second. We'll be right back. And there, as you can see, there she is holding the Uzi. She can one-hand it pretty much, or she can double-hand it right here. And you put this hand right here on the bottom, so she can hip fire. Obviously, we have the wrong head, but before we switch, we have to see how she is with the other faces. Especially since we have the blue hair. So here she is, being all happy, very sweet. And just like my evil ex, all it takes is for a little sneeze for her to go completely bonkers. Achoo! Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Thank God I found Janelle, seriously. Anyway, so now we're going to put on the blonde hair. And there you have it. Very angry. Very, very angry. Boom, right there. Yeah, look at that. That looks very, very cool. Very aggressive. Also, the blonde hair does have the joint as well in the back right here. And then we're going to switch out for one more face, which is this one. And then we'll do a little armory test. So there she is, all smirking with the Uzi. And let's, before we do the little armory test, let's see the 1-star Dragon Ball right here. See if we can focus up. And there it is right there. So now that we have everything settled, you want to know, hey, I want to outfit this criminal with some awesome guns. And yes, you can. From what I tested, all the little armories do work. So here is a little armory M4 that I custom painted on stream on Twitch, which I will be actually streaming on YouTube more often when it comes to paint, and then video games will be on Twitch. But there you have it. You can have her aim the M4 or shoulder it like so. That's pretty cool. And if you wanted to know, let's see, where is the pistol? Everyone give me 1 second. Actually, not a pistol, but here's a P90. Can she hold this? Actually, I haven't even tested this. Let's see, can she hold the P90? For the most part, yeah. There you go. The P90 right there. That looks really cool. I swore I had a pistol. Yeah, I do have a pistol right here. So if you have the pistol set from Little Armory, which you can also get at Dstar01 this is a SIG 226, I believe, with a flashlight on the bottom, and that's pretty cool. So she does, ooh, look at that, she does aim that really nicely. Wow, look at that, that looks really nice. And let's see if she can properly hold it. And so she can. Boom, look at that. So she can clear rooms. Pop, pop, pop. That looks really nice. And now we're gonna add a little bit more here. For people who don't really care, you can go in the description down below and look at the timestamps, and we'll fast forward to the what do you call it? To the conclusion. But for those who really want to know how she looks with most of the little armories that I have, or classes of weapons, here we have which I think this one looks the best on her, which is the M16A1, which I styled it very Vietnam War style. That looks really cool. She can hold it as so. I'm going to put a lot of these in the showcase as well. Here is an gold AK-47, which looks really nice. Look at this. I think we're going to make this one the thumbnail right there. Look at that. That looks absolutely menacing. And last but not least, we're going to go over some Dstar Arms weapons here, which I custom 3D print these. If you're interested in picking these up, if you have a 3D printer, you can go in the description down below and check out Gunther. He sells these designs. I will be also selling these as well very soon. And here is the Honey Badger M4. A little bit big. I think I just need to lower the scale on this one. And there you have it. Oh, that looks cool. And that looks really nice. And here is a standard M4 with an aim point on top. Railed M4, silenced, drop grip. And this one, I think this one will be the first release on Dstar Arms. We'll see. Haven't quite decided what's going to be first. We might have to release some sort of survey. So there you have it. There is a regular M4 right there. Looking really good. All custom painted too. So now let's come with a conclusion of the SH Figuarts launch. Is this an excellent figure? Yes, I absolutely adore this figure. I love that she comes with a different hair and whatnot. All my little armory guns work with her. That's fantastic. I just love that just works out. And yeah, I have to say she's a really good figure. The only issue I had was the legs, but I can easily fix that with some hot water, and that is no problem. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we're always in the know when I post new videos. And last but not least, you can get this figure at www.dstartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.